Downtown Grove City has lots to offer for the local community and its college students. A recent addition to this small town is the new Grove City Artworks Studio, which frequently hosts art galleries and has garnered some attention. A recent exhibit featured local artist Christy Yates, who does watercolor and oil paintings. We were able to sit down and speak with her during her gallery opening.
So this show is really close to my heart. It's based on some photographs from an area in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia where my family has a farm, and it's a place that means home to me in a lot of ways, and it's a place I always kind of long to go to in my mind when I'm feeling insecure or vulnerable, and it's just a place I really love. The show is actually incomplete. It's about halfway done. Some of the paintings are still wet, actually, but we had our artist in May that dropped out, so I kind of stepped in all of a sudden, and I just agreed to show these works still wet. The show has probably about 4 more pieces I'm going to do for it. Yeah, so I've mostly watercolored. That is actually what I did all growing up. For the last 10 years, I've painted and done watercolors. I've had a couple shows in watercolor. So this is actually my first foray into oils, and I've just loved it. I needed a change. I've always wanted to do oils, and I finally invested in the materials and just set some time aside to really get into it. I guess some of them came really easily, like the rooster series and the bull came really easily to me, and I just felt like I just kind of did it and they were done and they felt complete and strong and bold. The sheep and the goats were really challenging to work on. They were, the photograph, it was just a really complex angle, and I really labored over them for a while. But because my time is so precious and it's so taken by all these other things that I do, when I sit down for an hour or so to work, it's very therapeutic for me. I think it's just really centering for my life as a mom of 4 and working part-time. I'm really grateful to have this time.
Grove City Artworks is run by the 9 members of the Grove City Art Council. Sarah Hemplerani is the chairman of the council and was able to offer some insight into the origin and vision of Grove City Artworks.
My name is Sarah Hemplerani, and I'm the chair of the Grove City Arts Council. And Grove City Artworks is an endeavor of the Arts Council. It's a gallery space and a performance space. Here is the Black Box Theater, which is a rehearsal space. We have 3 studios for rent in the back. I have a space where I make sculptures, and then the very back space, we have some photographers who are planning to rent it. Well, when I moved here in 2009, I didn't think there were any other artists here. And as I got to meet people, I realized that everybody I met had the same story, that they moved here, thought they were the only ones, and that they felt very disconnected from any sort of arts community. And so there were enough of us that we formed the Arts Council. And I think there was a need for a gallery space here, and there was a lot of encouragement. I make sculptures, so I do large figures. I used to work as a monument maker for churches and memorializing portraits and that sort of thing. So when I went to college, we sort of filled out a form, like what were we interested in, and I said art, and I was sort of tossed into a sculpture class, and it was very difficult. Sculpture is very challenging physically and intellectually. And the sculpture that I made in that class, I won Best of Show, and I sold it, and it's the only bronze I've made since then. And so I thought, well, this is a pretty good sign. Well, my dreams for Artworks are to keep a gallery running here, and I hope that we can open another location because we're already feeling the space constraints, and I would like to see a teaching space that's like fully equipped studios where we can have artists teaching all year round, and with workshop materials like printing presses that are difficult for individual artists to purchase and to have the space for, but to have a place where people can come in and work. I'm hoping to see Grove City as an arts destination. I mean, we already have 3 murals. We're on, 8 sculptures. I think there's going to be 10 sculptures in all, and we have artworks. We've already had concerts, and we do the Downtown Summer Sounds with the farmers market in the park down the street. So there's a lot of things kind of happening throughout the year, and I want to see it get big enough that people come to Grove City to participate in the arts.
Grove City Artworks is a blossoming creation that's quickly growing in popularity. To learn more about them, go to their website at www.grovecityarts.com/GCArtworks.